So I just want to talk a little bit about our planter setup we use for seeding Timothy and alfalfa. So, Rowtrac, uh, shop-made roller. Guy built it for us. We've modified it a lot since we first had it built. It literally just shakes itself apart. It's completely welded. If we was to go back in time, I'd have it built differently. But the reason we chose to do a homemade roller is the thickness of the roller. It's 1 inch. The thickest you could buy on the market is 5/8, I believe. And we wanted that weight. We didn't want to get a big tall roller. They're 4 foot. This is right at 36 inches. So the tube itself weighs 9,000. You can put 1,000 gallons of water in it, so you're almost 8,000 there. It's a hair over 1,000 gallons. Then all the framework of the roller is 4, so you're 21,000 pounds fully loaded. And then that monstrosity is heavy, so that's why when it's fully loaded, you got to have that to pull it. We've had row crops on it, and you just spin them. You'll get stuck. I've gotten stuck in it before. So yeah, we got these on here. They kind of help a little dirt boil over once in a while. You just got a little bit. We'll throw them down for this one. This one's got a few dry spots, and it'll contain when you start boiling over. So there's no tongue weight on the roller with this setup. So up there, so all that weight is concentrated right on that roller. So you're actually over 21,000 with the tongue weight of that. I've guesstimated it's probably about 2,000 pounds worth of tongue weight on there. So really good seed to soil contact. That's why we like the roller. It smooths it out. Plus it gives you a nice firm. It's a little wet. That's why we're not going right now, because it wouldn't quite float these tracks off yet. So, but it gives a really nice firm seedbed. So we got the harrows. When we're running that, they're kind of just there for looks. So when so when you run that, those really don't do much when you have the roller. So but then we have the bar packer and the spicer packer. So by the time it gets to here, you are nice and firm. Like really good seed bed for it. So yep. We've thought of ever going wider to maybe 30 or dang near even 40 foot, getting some fold up rollers, but this works really good because like I said, it's it's all one piece. You don't got flex points in there where you're folding or anything like that. Just one solid machine all the way across. So, yep. And you can still manage it fairly easy. Just to show you how many acres this is covered. It's sawing its way through that right there. This thing has covered some acres. Oh man. I know exactly how many it's covered, but I'm not gonna tell you. But yeah, it's been across a few. Yeah, see, it's just sawing its way through all these. So, like right here, this cart was never designed to have this much stuff hung on it, and that's why it's got the big support there on the frame and the tongue there. It's not the most ideal design, but it was what would work to just at least help it. So, but if you see right here, this thing's been up and down so many times. There's rollers inside here. See them right down, right there and there. It's been up and down so many times. It's almost wore completely through the front of the tube. So, and if you look at the bar packer here, I think every tube is smashed flat from rocks. But so does a really good job. Really, really good job. We really like it. And from the drawbar pin to the rollers is like 75 or 76 feet or something like that. So yeah, pretty like I said, does a really good job. We really like it. So, and that's the other thing is we've also talked to a couple manufacturers and see if they build us a new roller, and we could or buy one of their frames and reuse our tube. But we show them what we're pulling behind it, and they're like, "Yeah, no, you're just gonna rip that thing apart." So that's why you can see this has just been welded and braces and more weld, more braces, and the old 350. She handles it pretty good. Nothing. Don't need too much. Just more traction than anything. We like the tracks because of the flotation. You know, if you were to get that much flotation out of tires, you'd be running, dual 710s or 800s on the rear and 600s on the front. So you hardly leave any track with this. So yeah, see, it's still pretty wet yet. We'll probably go here after lunch. So it gets too wet, it doesn't like to float off. We like to see about 10% of the seed left on top, or just pressed into the ground. So we got these all the way up the last hole here. So need some new openers. They're getting a little. I don't think they're supposed to be wore that far. I don't think you're supposed to be able to get your hand in there. So I think this drill's only 3 years old. It almost wore out.